Doubt and curiosity flickered simultaneously in Kui Jing's eyes. "Why are you here?" he asked in a low yet stern voice. "You were sent from the capital to confront the demonic calamity, so how did you end up in this desolate and dangerous place?" Hearing his question, Lu Fan remained silent for a few moments. Then he took a deep breath and spoke. "I traveled all the way to the far north, but if I am to face that ancient deity, I must complete my fourth ascension as soon as possible." There was determination in his voice, yet the hidden pressure beneath it was palpable. "My master told me that the materials required for the fourth ascension lie hidden deep within the borders of Longnan. That is why I had to come here." Upon hearing this, Kui Jing and those standing beside him suddenly burst into laughter. "Wait," he said with a scornful laugh. "Are you still preparing for the fourth ascension? You are still stuck at level 90. So much time has passed, and you still haven't managed to break through?" Another elder standing nearby also smiled sarcastically. Arrogance was clearly visible in his eyes. "Ha! Truly shameful. For people like us to be defeated by someone who is still stuck in the third stage, it is nothing short of an insult to us." Their laughter echoed through the cold air, but Lu Fan's expression remained completely calm. Lu Fan silently wondered to himself whether Professor Aiyong was truly a little eccentric. "Just to gather a few materials, he sent me all the way from the far north to the extreme south." For a moment, Lu Fan paused and thought about his senior. In the end, he convinced himself that his senior would never deliberately mislead him. He remembered the same thing he had told Kong Jing earlier, that his senior had personally assured him of his abilities, and since he was already near this region, there supposedly wouldn't be any major problems. After hearing Lu Fan's explanation, Kong Jing nodded slightly before saying, "Since you've already traveled such a long way, then let me personally guide you to the rift." Her expression turned serious. "If you see it with your own eyes, you'll immediately understand why people here aren't nearly as eager to fight over its resources as outsiders imagine." After saying that, Lu Fan and Kong Jing began heading toward the massive chasm together. Roughly half an hour later, they finally arrived at the edge of the abyss. The moment Lu Fan looked down into it, a faint smile appeared on his face. "Wow! What an unbelievable divide!" His eyes slowly scanned the endless darkness stretching below. "So this is the place separating the two nations from each other." Kong Jing looked toward him and calmly explained, "Exactly. Within the endless depths of this abyss, countless mysterious realms remain hidden. Some are massive, and others are extremely small." Then her tone became heavier. "But the most important thing is this. So far, 10 special hidden realms have been identified inside this rift, and right now, we're standing directly above the 10th secret realm." Hearing that, Lu Fan immediately asked, "So you're saying the important resources I'm searching for could exist somewhere inside this abyss?" Kong Jing shook her head slightly. "I can't guarantee anything. If you truly want answers, you'll have to enter it yourself." After listening quietly, Lu Fan gave a small nod. "Thank you for guiding me this far." Then he looked once more toward the endless darkness below. "I don't have much time left, so from here onward, I'll continue the rest of this journey alone." Without hesitation, Lu Fan leaped directly into the abyss. Cold winds roared violently around him as he descended deeper and deeper into the endless darkness below. Then suddenly, a glowing portal appeared before his eyes. Just as he had been told earlier, Lu Fan had successfully discovered one of the hidden realms concealed beneath the rift. Meanwhile, above the abyss, the members of the Heavenly Dragon Gang were discussing the situation amongst themselves. One of them respectfully said to Kong Jing, "Madam, that man doesn't seem like our enemy. He's the guardian of the flame, and it's obvious he's preparing for war." The man hesitated briefly before continuing. "We should help him. At the very least, we should tell him that entering the 10th realm is possible even without a key." However, before anyone else could agree, an elderly man suddenly interrupted. "Brother," he said calmly, "our queen already has her own plans." Hearing that, Kong Jing slowly smiled. Then she casually raised one hand and spoke in a calm but dangerous tone. "I'll handle this matter personally." Her eyes turned toward the abyss below. "That way, his objectives and the goals of the Heavenly Dragon Gang will naturally align." A cold glint flashed across her eyes. "And once that happens, we can use his momentum to completely crush those southern gangs. In the name of the Heavenly Dragon Gang." And we'll do it without wasting even a single moment. Lu Fan had no intention of wasting any more time. His only goal now was to complete his fourth advancement as quickly as possible. That was why he immediately moved toward the portal, intending to enter the hidden realm, gather the required materials, and finish the entire process without delay. However, the moment he reached out toward the portal, it suddenly disappeared before his eyes. At the same time, a notification appeared within his system interface. Access denied. 9 abyssal shards required. Lu Fan's expression darkened instantly. Then from behind him, a familiar voice called out, "Mr. Lu Fan, why can't you enter the realm?" Hearing that, Lu Fan slowly turned around. Frustration was clearly visible on his face. "Stop playing games." His voice became cold. "Why didn't you tell me earlier that entering the secret realm directly was impossible?" You people obviously knew this already. Hearing his accusation, Kong Jing awkwardly smiled before stepping forward. Then she suddenly laughed nervously, like someone who had just been caught red-handed. "Come on, there's no need to get this serious. We were only joking around a little." Beside her, the elderly man quickly added, "Mr. Lu Fan, please calm down. We never intended to harm you, and we certainly didn't mean to waste your time." Meanwhile, Lu Fan stared at them expressionlessly. These people are unbelievable. They truly think they can toy with me so casually. If I wanted to, I could crush them as easily as insects. Finally, he spoke again in a sharp voice. "Enough nonsense. What exactly are these abyssal shards? And what is all of this supposed to mean? Explain it properly." Feeling the pressure in his tone, Kong Jing hurriedly explained, "This realm is sealed, and the keys required to open it, those abyssal shards, are scattered across 9 separate regions." The moment she finished speaking, Lu Fan immediately turned around to leave. "You people already wasted enough of my time," he said coldly. "Now I'll gather the remaining 9 shards myself." Seeing him about to leave, Kong Jing quickly tried to stop him. "Wait, please stop for a moment. I haven't finished explaining everything yet." But Lu Fan ignored her completely. With a single powerful leap, he vanished into the darkness of the abyss.